Hello everyone, I am Paul with many voices, and now that OBS is finally recording my microphone after 4 episodes of not recording, better yet the first episode already premiered, and I stopped and deleted the video before it even completed. Anyway, welcome to the new game on the channel, Land of the Vikings, which is a Banished-esque kind of game, with some strategy involved as well as economy, set in the Viking age. So, we are going to start a new colony, a new village. And I know exactly how I want to call this one. Vargens Röst, which is Swedish for the wolf's voice. Now, for that I'm going to edit my banner. I prefer these colors. Well, I could do them like red and white, but that doesn't look good. I do prefer this. I've got blue with black for the wolf, of course, and the regular map is going to be Smallland, but I am going to play on the valley. We're going to show the tutorial. Now that I know that the microphone is recording, let's get started. So sadly, as I mentioned, I recorded 4 episodes of this already, doing 1 year per episode, and I got decently far into the game already, but then I learned that I wasn't recording the microphone as I was watching the premiere of the first episode, which was for you only a couple of hours ago, because I'm going to release this today, and I'm gonna have to re-record everything. So, this game is still in early access. It came out about a week ago, or maybe earlier this week. And what I've seen of it from other YouTubers, and what I've played of it myself, I love it. As I mentioned, it's like Banished, but better. And it's set in Vikings, and Viking age. And as somebody that has an interest in Vikings, in Viking mythology, I'm capable of writing and reading the other Futhark, as well as me learning Swedish. Jag pratar också lite svenska men är lite. I think that this game is just perfect for me. I know exactly how I'm going to progress this game. But first let me take a sip of my drink. I kinda screamed in anger on when I discovered that I wasn't recording the audio for my own voice, which of course is the most important thing of this. So let's start the tutorial. Up here you have your logs, your timber, your stone, your dressed stone, your silver, and your food, your prepared meals. Now silver is important because buildings will cost silver, roads that you can place will cost silver, and decorations will cost silver. Now here is your population, your happiness, which is important. If you don't keep your people happy enough for long enough, they will leave your town and you lose. And this is your fame. Your fame deals, your fame increases with the assignments that you complete, and you can use your fame for specific points in here, which we'll get into just later. And this is your defense points. So currently we are defenseless, but we're gonna go up there relatively quick. Either way, welcome to your village of Vargens Röst. You can learn how to develop and manage your village by following this tutorial. Down here you have your building tab with cutting trees, gathering stone, which is these kinds of stone, your actual buildings, demolishing, and the roads. Now as I mentioned, your roads will cost silver. The management over here, we'll get into that later. The game speed, you can pause the game, and I will show you that in a second. You can go up to 8 times speed. And then here, the seasons, it's currently early spring, or actually late spring by the looks of it. So we're already day 3. And then we get summer and autumn and winter, etc. Alright, by pressing space you can pause the game. You have your goats, you've got a couple of chickens and some cattle. But look at this guy. You see his leg moving. Even paused, the game will be played in a crawl. Alright, so these are your objectives. But alongside that, I want this. And I'm going to be assigning 8 builders for now. We need to order a tree to be cut. There you go. Like that. And then the game is showing you to do the same with your stone. But I'll show you that myself. There. You're gonna need lots of wood. And for that reason, as long as you don't build on any place where there currently is a tree, the tree will regrow. So in that respect, you'll probably have an infinite supply of lumber. Of course, if you end up building buildings and constructions on every square inch of the map, you're gonna run out of lumber really fast. So that is the trees that you need to cut. But what I wanted to point out is if you look at the objective itself, you'll see the reward: 10 silver and 100 fame. So if I now click this, and then this, and that, and I'm gonna gather this as well, and this, and those, as well as this and that. And I think that's enough for now. If you hold your left mouse or your middle mouse button, your mouse wheel, you can do this, and then scroll in, scroll out. WASD for moving, and what I learned recently since I joined the Discord, if you hold shift WASD, you move around a lot faster. So if I now unpause the game, there you go. I have now 312 fame, and this 3 became a 4 in the Tree of Life. Now the Tree of Life is your tech tree. You start out with your standard settlement of the Vikings. A new village was founded. God bless this village. And from here you can spend these so-called Tree of Life points. And as you can see, the next point will be earned once I have 400 fame. For these Tree of Life points, you can expand the tech tree. So for 3 points, I could transition into the settled life, which will unlock the field, the wheat granary, the barley granary, the windmill, and the brewery, as well as a few other things. But honestly, you want to make your villagers happy, and happy, as you can see, it unlocks the new stuff, but it doesn't go any further up here. This is the end of this tree. And then over here, your villagers will work faster and work even faster. The first tier of the tech tree is done, and I have run out of points. Okay. So this, if you press was it X? No, Alt. You see the names of your houses. Your longhouse is basically your base of operations, where you see how many families you have. 3 to start off with, and 21 total population. You can assign a priority to cutting trees or mining stone. I'm gonna do that for mining stone. And you need to wait at least 7 days before you can do a new festival, but we'll get into that much later. So for this one, I'll get another 100 points, which means that I can immediately get another point for the Tree of Life. I need to assign a worker as a carpenter and activate the carpenter itself. By default, your carpenter will be closed, and now it's opened. And you can assign 2 workers in this carpenter. And for now, I'm gonna say 100 timber will be the limit that my carpenters will make. But as you can see, advantageous talents, power. So you've got luck, you've got power, intelligence, and speed. And this is the distance that they are or currently live from the current building. So power is the necessary skill for this, meaning that if you have somebody with a high power, then it's going to produce more timber. So for now, I am going to do 2 people in there. And that is yet another thing done. Now, the next thing, to start the marketplace, I already assigned a builder, 8 to be exact. I need to build a marketplace. I need to have 3 wood, 20 stone, and 32 timber. And I need to build a marketplace, which is here underneath this tab. So you've got your life with the houses. The good houses are currently locked. And if you scroll with your mouse wheel, you will see other stuff. Your storages, which is where you find the marketplace, a warehouse, a wood storage, the stone storage for now. I'm gonna build a wood storage, but as you can see, it starts with a poorhouse. And if you hold the Z key, you can rotate around the axis. And those arrows that you see are connections to the road, eventually. I'm gonna put 1 here. And for now, I'm gonna set a stone storage right next to this building. However, our assignment is to build a marketplace. I didn't want to do that per se, so demolish, right click to get out of it. What I wanted to do is I forgot. There you go. I want it placed over here. So now let's speed up the game. And I'm going to deviate little by little from the main story, from the main tutorial. And I am immediately going into the sea for a fishing hut. I'm gonna place that around here. So as you see, everything requires a pre-materials, as they're called. So 4 wood and 25 stone for the fishing dock, the fishing hut. And here they are already gathering the stone and bringing in the logs. I'm gonna call them logs, but they are wood. Look at that detail. Both of them are cutting logs into lumber, into timber. Lovely. So 30 stone have already been dropped. And now it's just a matter of the logs, the wood. So I'm gonna continue cutting down trees. You're gonna need to do this a lot, because you're gonna run out of trees and lumber quite a bit in this game. Just a fair warning. So currently it's nighttime. They will walk with torches. Oh, we're gonna get into that a little later. So, now I have a chance to talk about what I was planning to do in terms of this series, as well as the rest of this month. When it comes to Prison Architect and Graveyard Keeper, I have enough videos recorded to lead me all the way up to the end of November. And that's going to be 4 videos per week. However, this game, Land of the Vikings, is currently in early access, so at any given time something can change. And since I have some time on hand, I'm thinking that I will record several episodes, and you will have, we'll get to this in a second, you will have 1 video per day on this channel until the end of November. And the current days, Mondays and Thursdays and Saturdays, which are currently unscheduled, have no videos, that will be for Land of the Vikings. Alright, now a great benefit of having fame is that you'll attract newcomers. Newcomers were seen coming towards the village. Where they came from, they were attacked by looters. Several families, including children, were able to escape. But since they could not bring any of their belongings with them, they had to leave everything behind. At the end of the day-long journey, they reached your village. They need a place to stay and food. They want to join your village. And now this is where you have choices. If I accept them, fame is earned, but it might cause new events. And if I deny them, fame is lost. Now at first you might think you want to bring in as many villagers as possible and you want to keep on doing that. But in this case it's kind of the same as with Banished, that you only want to do that up until a certain point. Because at a certain point, you'll be growing so much on your own with all the villages you've gathered in the meantime, that you'll end up with not enough houses and people are just not happy, and you'll have too many mouths to feed. So be careful on how often you will allow new villagers to come in. Of course, every time you deny them access to your village, you're gonna lose fame, but by that time it shouldn't be too much of a problem. So for now we're gonna allow them to join in, and we're gonna see that our fame is going to steadily increase once they do. And as you can see, they currently don't have houses, so you've got 3 poor houses to choose from. And it doesn't really matter on what you do with them, or which one you choose. As far as I'm aware, there is no real added benefit. But what I'm gonna do is I'm going to do a bit of freestyle building. One here. And preemptively one over here. This one is gonna go, let's say, right over here. Alright, so the market is built, and now I need to assign a marketeer. And the marketeer only benefit currently is the speed. So there. And done. We've got another 100 fame. So let me have a look at the Tree of Life. And I need 1 more point in order to get the next tier. However, now it says to decorate my village, which will give me 250 fame. That's quite a lot. And I need to connect roads to my buildings. Or I need to create roads to connect my buildings and have at least 10 decorations. So first, let's go to roads. Now, your roads, as I mentioned, will cost silver. But if you want to reduce the amount of silver that a road is going to cost, keep pressing E. And if you want to increase the size of the road, which will also increase the cost, press Q. So, in front of the longhouse, I'm gonna do a very thick road. And then I'm going to press E a couple times to reduce the size of the roads. And then I can say... Let's see, how does that lead? Then to here. As you can see, it takes silver every time I do this. There we go. Lastly, we're gonna go over to here. Create a nice curvature around here. And then... like so. Lastly, you want to connect your buildings to the roads. So I always use the smallest version of the roads. To save as much money as possible. There we go. Connect that. Connect that. Connect that. And that hasn't been built yet. Market, collect the food in the marketplace. The villagers buy these food from the marketplace. Now this game is made by a Turkish team, published by a Dutch team. So that's a good thing to know. Next. So that is done, and now I need at least 10 decorations. And that is this tab. Now the fence doesn't do anything. The bridge connects two banks of the river. And I do believe that I have that. I could... oh, you see where it could be built. So I have a couple different places where I could build this. All along this edge, over there, over there. However, not over here. Down here. Because this already is a land bridge. That already is connected. So I'm not gonna build any bridges yet. But I do need 10 decorations. So we're gonna do 2 pillar torches. Next to the longhouse. Right there. And as you can see, the 4 barrels over here increase the storage space of some buildings. Now, by default, the market will have a certain storage space. But this area around it is where I can place all the decorations to increase the storage space. But every decoration will cost you a little bit of silver. And also, just like with houses, pressing Z will rotate the stuff. So that's 4. A good thing to know about the decorations is that you can place them inside buildings as well, and they will still count. So I'll place a crate here, and a crate here, then a box. We'll place a box A right here. Rotate this around like there. Place box B like that. And here. Couple buckets. And let's see. Woods. It's basically just a pallet. Right here. But it doesn't apply to this, sadly. That empty cart, wood car. The wood car also makes the village look richer. Its installation next to the houses provides happiness. But look at this. This overlaps, meaning that it provides happiness for both of these two houses. And as such, I'm gonna place one. I'm gonna place it behind here. Hopefully it'll apply to both of those houses as well. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I definitely have 10 decorations. Then the heads over here, the bull trophy, the goat trophy, and the deer trophy will make the houses, the village look richer. The weapons rack increases the defense of the village. Now, it doesn't mean that every weapon rack you place down, it'll add 1 defense point right away. You need several of them. Same with the target board and the shields. That'll come later down the line. The carts over here increase the storage space, but also makes it easier for villagers to find directions and increases their walking speed. So you want those as well, because they serve double functions. Now if you... There you go. One more for the other one. And now look at the storage space. It doesn't do anything yet. Now it does. Already almost 50% more storage space for this marketplace. And I've gotten yet another point for the Tree of Life. So I need to build a gatherer's hut for another 100 fame. And besides that, I'm also gonna do a hunting hut. This is where another thing comes into play, the productivity. The productivity, of course, will ensure that you have the highest possible outcome for your stuff. Now, if I can place it, well, right here, I guess. And I always try to get these two close by each other. There you go. Now, let's say that I wanted my builders to build this thing first. I can give it priority. Or I can pause it. So now they're going to give a priority to build the hunting cabin first. But as you can see, well, I still have a few houses left to build. So instead of that, I'm gonna not prioritize this, but I am going to prioritize the construction of the houses. So the foundation has been laid in, something I wanted to showcase. And now comes the second stage, the collecting the main materials. This is for the actual building itself. However, the fishing dock is done, and as you can see, I can provide ships if I knew how to do that. And for this, oh wait, I'll get that in a second. Intelligence and luck are the important stats here, so we'll get Haldora Berger's daughter to start fishing. Alright, so we have a problem in the village. Newcomers cause a settlement problem in the village. Foreigners set up their tents wherever they find an area. Some villagers say this land is theirs, even though they appear empty. There is chaos in the village, everyone is complaining about this. So I can force the strangers away from the land, which would make my villager happy, but newcomers will become unhappy with this decision. Newcomers can get sick if they continue to sleep outside. I can banish them. A huge amount of fame would be lost, which of course for the early stages of your game is not preferable, but the villagers would be happy. Or promise them a new home. And now I have 3 days to build homes. Luckily, I was already doing that. And as you can see, let me show that here. This is what I love about this game compared to Banished. You see them build the construction piece by piece. Piece by piece, the house has been built. And if you press H, there you go. If you press H, then the HUD will disappear and you can make your screenshots. There we go, and there. Alright, so the gatherer's hut and the hunter. I believe the gatherer would be set up somewhere. I don't remember. But as you can see, I'm out of logs already. And this is how fast things can go if you run out of logs. And as you can see, here the trees are already regrowing. But if I were to click this tree disappears. I don't know if it will regrow right away, but it might not. So, hi. We're only at day 8, so this first video is going to be a little longer as I have to explain stuff. But the next few videos are gonna be around less than 50 minutes, probably. So with the fishermen we already have food coming in. We still have those two. Here you see her. Something I also love about this game is that the villagers have their own unique names. Gerrit Leif's daughter. So Leif was her father. Malte Ali's son, Malte's son, Malte's daughter, Malte's son, and the child. So it's really not that far apart. That's good. That's good. So what I'm gonna do here is I'm gonna take a big road and move it over there. As you can see, that costs a lot of silver. But villagers enjoy walking on the road. There's something villagers also enjoy. It's decorations. So if I were to place this, it makes it easier for villagers to find directions, increasing their walking speed, makes the village look richer, and placing it near homes will provide additional happiness. Now, I don't know if this is going to provide it for both houses, but I'm gonna chance it. And then I'm gonna do this one for these two houses. And then I'm just going to provide a grand torch for each single house on the left side. Which will include this house and that house. But I see that this house doesn't have a road yet. There you go. Alright, so our gathering is done. And I won't work in winter. And I prefer to have these naturally flowing wait. There you go. And now I need to assign a gatherer. And for gatherers you need speed and luck. So I'll always go for the high luck stats. And this one also has a decently high speed stat. Now for the hunting, you need power and luck. So once again I'll look for luck and power. Now this is definitely the right person for that. And I guess you'll have to do. So the moment that we've got it, our first food, our first fruit, we get another 10 silver and another 100 fame. Now, for decorations, there is actually one decoration that provides additional storage space, which is this one. So I'll place one here. I'll place one here. Now we need to build a warehouse and a herbalist. Assign a warehouseman and assign a doctor. But as you can see, I already have 6 points in the Tree of Life. So let us go to global effects, or to transition to settled life, and do this. Now, since I still have 3 points left, I can immediately go into mining and stone cutting, but I don't want to do that just yet. Since we're gonna be dealing with crops, I'm gonna set the rest of my points into here, into here, and for now into here. So my crops will grow faster by 5%, but villagers work 5% faster in the field, so that increases it to 10%. Crops durability will increase, because crops can die if you don't harvest them in time. So that's a good point for the crops for now. So I need a warehouse and a herbalist. So by default you start out with a herbalist hut. I'm gonna place that right here. And the warehouse, which you can find in storage, will go right here. And why do I want the warehouse very close to the market? Because the warehouse will benefit from a part of the market's additional storage space as well. So I'll put you here. And with that, I'll leave a little bit of road over here. And what's this? Trees that have been cut down will sprout again unless a construction is built on the area. But as I can see, I'm running out of lumber yet again. So let me start cutting down some more trees. But there's two more things that I want to look into for now. A cattle ranch, a goat ranch, actually a third one, a chicken coop. And that is why I started building into this direction. A cattle ranch. Actually no, we'll start off with a chicken coop because that is only one particular size and nothing bigger. So the chicken coop can go right here. And then the goat ranch or the cattle ranch will we'll start off with here. And as you can see, you can increase the size to pretty large. But stuff is in the way at the moment, so we cannot do that just yet. Or we can build a chicken coop. However, these two will have the priority for construction, because this is the order. Alright, Justice Dilemma. Knowing that he's not like everyone else, Martha is being beaten by the village bullies while talking madly in the village square. Now that's something I'm kind of sad about, that you don't have an actual village square. I think I'm gonna suggest that. Because that would be a rather nice addition, I believe. But maybe it's already been suggested and they're planning to throw it in at some point. Either way, the duty of these titans is to protect the rights and dignity of every citizen, but the public is divided on what to do with this crazy villager. Most of the villagers, fed up with what he is talking and doing, want this man to be exiled, while others want the bullies to be suppressed, so that they can no longer bully anyone. Malta should be exiled. Malta's family would not be happy with the decision, and some villagers will become unhappy with this situation. Or, I can keep the happiness, but I lose 25 out of the 16 silver that I have, meaning I'll go broke, and Malta becomes disabled. I think that being disabled is not a bad thing per se. Perhaps that some of your stats will decrease, but I'm gonna do it. Anyway, since you cannot go into the negative with your silver, so it only cost me 16 silver instead of 25, which is a good thing. Now each year has 28 days, so 7 days per season. Oh, what I'm curious about though, I don't have the silver for this. But since I know that I will be... Ooh, this is good. Since I know that I will be putting my ranches over here, I'll be expanding some houses over here and making the ranches over here, as well as the chicken coop. So, the herbalist is done. The herbalist needs high intelligence. And since this person doesn't really have much else, you're gonna be doing that. And you need speed. So you are gonna go with speed 2. And what I said before about the additional storage space from the surrounding decorations, that already is showing. Alright, so now we come into the next objective. But first, let's take out this grain warehouse, or bread. No, this is grain and that is bread. We'll do this one first. The chicken coop, you need luck. Do you have any other high stats? No. Bjarn's knee. You'll be our cooper. The house is already done. Lovely. So for the fields, I'm thinking of this area. So let me show you how that works. You need at least 25 silver. Let's see, more newcomers. Once again, start out by accepting them. But once you reach around 80, stop for a while. If you have once you reach around 80 population, stop for a while. By that time, you can manage your loss of the fame. You can compensate that with other stuff. So I want a third house here. Another poorhouse. Guess you're gonna be living on the main road. Like there. Because this area is going to be for the windmill, which I need for the next thing anyway. But I'm not gonna give it much priority just yet, so I'm gonna pause it for now. And I'm gonna set another poorhouse. Let's see. Right. Here. So if I wanted to increase the storage space of this, I can throw in a couple more boxes, and over here it will also benefit the market. But the boxes only do that for a small amount. Empty car. And you can see the wood pallets. There was also a challenge to increase the population up to 40. Oh dear. Oops. There is a massive thunderstorm going on. And I cannot increase the speed. Oof! That's right. The lightning can destroy structures, can destroy buildings. You'll have to rebuild them or destroy them. Obviously you want to rebuild. Now it would be an absolute terrible deal if... Oh! There goes the herbalist! I just built the thing, not you. That cost 10 silver. All is expensive. So that can happen. There are earthquakes and lightning storms that I know of. Lightning storms you've just seen. Sadly, there's nothing that I can do. The god of the sky is angry. The giants must have made Thor very angry. His rage was felt even from Midgard. Some buildings collapsed, people died and became crippled. Well, of course, this should be or became crippled. Now, you can sacrifice 4 animals if you have them. It'll cost you 2 cows and 2 goats that you manually have to slaughter. Your villagers will be happy. You might get a blessing from the gods, but due to the fact that your structures need to be rebuilt, your villager will work 10% slower. You can donate some silver. If I had 100 silver, I would lose that, but the villagers would be happy. Ask other villagers for help. No matter how this will make us we need help right now. That's probably make us look. We need help right now. The other villagers will donate wood, timber and stone. Now let me quickly make a screenshot of this so I can properly report this. Give me a second. Expand canvas, and we'll do this for the next shot. Alright, sorry about that. So for now, we're gonna do nothing. The villagers would be unhappy. The villagers still will work 10% slower because they're renovating buildings. Well, at least we can speed up the game now. And with that, some people became homeless. So all in all, lightning storms suck. Albert Einstein was working his magic, I guess. Was messing with the elements again. And of course that's a Red Alert 2 reference. Alright. Fishermen are not happy with the newcomers. Some of the locals are offended by the new arrivals and complain to you. They say that the fish escaped because the newcomers washed all their belongings in the lake. Fishermen complain about not being able to catch fish for this reason. Newcomers say there's nothing else they can do. Fishermen: they are constantly washing clothes in the sea. We cannot fish. Not only are we losing money because of them, we won't even have enough fish to eat if it goes on like this. The strangers: we don't have a lot of stuff, that's why we have to use the sea to stay clean. Alright, the fishermen will be happy if I say be patient. Use the water well. Might cause new events. And the newcomers would become unhappy if I say don't wash your clothes in the sea. I'm curious what will happen if I say use the well that I don't even have. So let's do that. Now I'm curious. Oh. If I put decorations inside here, which you can do, are they visible inside? Yes, but they do still increase the capacity in the warehouse. Alright, so this house has been rebuilt, and now they're gonna rebuild the herbalist again. But some other people are still homeless. Luckily, we are building some houses. We've built that house, we've built that house. I'm gonna build another poor house. this one. Because that one can fit right there. There we go. I want to focus first on the ranching. Gonna set this here, and it's colliding with a tree, so let me quickly do all of this. Clear out any potential trees that are currently regrowing. Cattle ranch. The maximum size, like that. And also a goat ranch. It's colliding with stuff on the ground. I'd say let's do that one potentially over here. You cannot, because it's colliding with resources on the ground. Alright, so our herbalist who needs intelligence will be you. And we have 3 extra points for the tree, so let's finish off the bread production, even though we're not doing anything with that just yet. And then next up, for the next 3 points, we're gonna do this. So prepare for winter. Build a woodshed. That is found in production. And that is why I have this space available. Because it can fit right here. And I am going to give this a top priority. It'll give me another 100 fame. And as you can see, if you complete objectives, you'll get more fame. So what happens is that people die, and this game does not automatically renew the people. So you're gonna have to figure out that on your own. The ranch. It needs... The cow ranch needs power and speed. So let's find out power and speed. You're definitely good. And I'm gonna do a second one. You're definitely good as well. So because you start out with some cows and some goats right away, and some chickens, you can easily get early ranches starting, which will be fine. I want a goat ranch. Oh, come on. Stop that. Feed. Goat ranch. We'll do this similar. To the max size. There you go. Now, a good thing to know about this game is that by default, Your animals will get slaughtered once they've reached the full capacity. And once you build a new ranch, then new animals will just spawn in right away. So with that being said, I do want another house here, and I do want a road there. But as you can see, your laborers will automatically start cutting wood into firewood. And for now I'm going to set the limit to 100. So next year we're going to start with bread production and beer production. And as you can see, for a festival I would need 31 beer, 15 food and 100 silver. I am once again running low on logs, so let me go chop down some trees. And we're also getting a little low on stone. And right now I can see strength and speed. So that will be you. And you're better than this one because you've got higher speed. There. Now I keep forgetting to put decorations there, so I want a thing here, one there. I've got 2 more houses here. That one already has decorations. That one has... I believe it was a cart. So we're gonna set this one. Over here. And over here. And the wood cart provides bonuses. There. Alright, so as you can see I've got 110 meals. That's pretty decent. I'd say let me already start out with a little bit of cutting down some trees in preparation of the fields, which I want to have over here. Now, sadly you cannot prioritize which area you want to be cut down first, otherwise this area would be totally the one to go first. I'm gonna set a road from here to there. And there's the reason that this large road leads all the way over to here. And first, for food, I want a well. As you see, a well has an area that it works around, and over here it provides me with the best possible solution. There. And I honestly do not know if wells do anything other than that. Well, this would be a great place for a well. And over here, I think over here, because it takes both ranches, the chicken coop and a few of the houses with it as well. So I think those would be the perfect places for wells to happen. Let's see. No, I just need food. Or I just need more more stuff. So let's see, storages, wood storage, wheat granary and barley granary. I think I'm gonna set the granaries over to here. And 2 barley granaries as well. On this side of the road. Timber. There we go. It seems that somebody is without a house, so let me sort that out really quick by seeing porthouse right here, this porthouse on this side, right here, that porthouse facing this way, right here. I'm gonna set them up in rows of 3, or in immense of 3. Because I like that. There's also some stone over here that needs to be cut. Newcomers want to join. I think I'll allow them to join. One more time. And as such, we're gonna build a couple more houses on this side. There. And prioritize those 3 as well. There we go. I do like this though. We've got some goats, we've got some cattle, we've got some chicken. And I can say I want to slaughter 10. And then we'll get some white meat and then we'll start auto repopulating that as well. So I have 3 points, which is what I need next. I'd say let's do it. And next up we've got Vexvisir, which allows us to build ships. Or if for one more point we can say that mines will work 5% faster. Where's my mouse? My mouse just disappeared on me for a second. Sorry about that. So I want to set up my fields over here. We've got some more stone. And there as well. Look at this. Look at this lovely village. And as you can see, the villager's happiness currently is only 61. Because it feels cold and some of them have no home. We're working on that. We're gonna say... We're gonna build a couple new homes because we're already building 2 more houses. Anyway, And I think what I want to do is this side. What's this? Nice. So that'll be the screenshot for episode 1. So in 3 days, or 4 days basically, we'll have the start of our 2nd year. And I technically do have enough silver to start with my fields. And as you can see, you can make your fields in pretty much any shape you want. But sadly it forces you out of the... Oh no, it doesn't force you out of the menu. So, I'm gonna start by seeing this. Now I need 83 silver for this. Wow. And if you right click while building a field, you immediately head to the last section. So now I still need 60 silver. So I'm not going to build any fields just yet. We're definitely going to do that next year though. I already have an idea on what I want to do with this area. And it involves something fairly neat. So, since I know that I will have my barley stored over here, I'm also gonna start setting up a brewery right next door here. But I'm gonna pause this for now, because I don't have enough money to build a single field. And while it is paused, your villagers will still start bringing in the supplies to lay the foundation, but nothing else. Let's see, Polterer. I need an additional herdsman, and that's gonna select pretty much the first person in the list that would be able to work that position. And I am messing up my WASD controls again. So this person is just sad, because it feels cold. Well, you shouldn't feel cold, because you've got enough space to work with. 62. It's day 27. While I do need money, I am gonna set up some additional grand torches right there. Now, speaking of torches, I have a new house here, and I have some new houses here. Always on the left. On the left, on the left. There. Now I do want to keep this area clear of everything, so that once I have the money, I can start setting up my fields right away. Since we're so close with filling up, I guess that a couple battles here and there, and a broken card. Won't hurt anything. And now we're done. This area has as much storage space as it can hold. Year 0, day 21. I guess it's 30 days then. I thought it was 29 or 28. What the hell. However, we've done pretty well for ourselves. Our village is surviving. Thriving? Eh. We've got plenty of food. I definitely need more wood, so let's chop down some more trees all around here. I do like the inorganicness, or the organicness of how the town is going to evolve. I already have a couple of ideas. So it's gonna look really nice once we're done. Come on, end of year 1, please. Hurry up. I guess that since my builders have nothing else to do, I can start the construction of this. The windmill and the brewer. Is there anything else that I need to do? No, not yet. So strength is the advantageous talent for the miller, but I don't have a field yet. Same with ale. I don't have that yet. So I needed 60, I believe, for a proper field. And if I didn't put in those decorations, I would have had enough. But I don't care. Guess that I won't premiere this first episode because, well, I'm gonna start recording episode 2 right away. I'm just that pissed off at the fact that OBS didn't record the microphone in the first episode. Or the first 4 episodes of the original series, that is. Just look at how fast the trees are regrowing. It's pretty insane. And year 1, day 0. It's probably day 30. But we've arrived back in spring. Year 1. Oh wait, year 1. Aye. Because we're year 0 before. Alright, with that, I'm going to be ending it off over here. I hope you've enjoyed this. If you did, make sure to leave a thumbs up, helps out a great deal. Once again, sorry for the re-recording of everything, as I quickly will set up another fast person in here. You'll have to do. But, I just want to have proper audio for this. Also, we have spring is coming in 2 days, and there is a blessing. We're gonna start off with that next time. Thank you for watching.